full disclosure and the rational decision that this speech might have occurred before the ceremony, but never mind. Just a few family anecdotes about Jen that you may not all have heard about. For the first 3 years of Jen's elementary education, we lived just across the road from the school. And at the beginning of every term, there was a little figure outside the classroom with a smile on her face. And it turned out that Jen used to test her teachers. And when 35 pounds tests 150 pounds, you could guess the result. Anyway, invariably within 2 weeks of the term, Jen was the favorite and most outstanding student. But she always had to test her teachers. Then another time, Jen and her sister were both very capable swimmers. And we were at the regional swim meet in Santa Rosa. And I heard the announcement that the junior girls backstroke was about to start. I rushed to the stadium and it was in progress. And I looked at lane 1, which was on the program as Jen's lane, and nothing was going on. Lanes 5 and 6 was thrashing arms and legs and foam, and a real Totenstreifer going on. And I thought, oh dear, Jen's in the changing rooms. She's forgotten her key event. But just before these rivals were within feet of the finish line, a little head popped up in lane 1, and Jen had swum the whole length of the pool underwater.
Oh, that's great!
Sneak attack!
So Jen does things her own way. Now, I don't know if this would happen today, but at the age of 17, Jen was working on the wait staff of an Episcopal home for the elderly near Santa Rosa. And they were surprised that the wine was disappearing rather fast. And so there was a spot test of the help. And the only person who tested negative was Jen. And she became
So should they fire her?
no, they promoted her. She became supervisor. Anyway, a couple of years ago, Winona and I went to Jen's cousin's wedding at Dumbledon Hall in England. And after the dinner was over, the party split up into 2 groups. The older folk were doing square dancing to a band that had a vague resemblance to bluegrass. And the younger people went off to another room, adjacent room. And we listened, and we heard these grunts and groans, followed by applause, followed by silence. Grunts and groans, applause, silence. And I thought, what on earth is happening to my daughter? But parental discretion prevailed. I didn't ask until the next day what was going on. It turned out that they were practicing rugby scrums. So if there should be a lull in the proceedings tonight, the bride will give you some expert advice. Just in conclusion, Jen and Todd live in a very fine house in a city of fine houses. There are Maybecks and Morgans all over, and theirs is somewhat lesser known. And I'm reminded of the words of Winston Churchill, who, apart from starting an unnecessary war, said some interesting things. He said, "We build our houses, and our houses build us." Now, that house contains a spiral staircase, which is very similar to the spiral staircase that Crick and Watson have in Cambridge, England, where they discovered, it gave them inspiration for the DNA spiral. It contains a well from which you can plumb the decks. It is a multi-level site, and their relationship certainly is and will be a multi-level relationship. And it's secluded and it's very fertile. And I'll stop there.